Hello there, you're now with me, Harry for TVS News at 5. Now let's begin with our top stories for today. Advocacy steps needs to be taken to inform both gender about the Anti-Sexual Harassment Act 2021, which serves to protect them from any forms of sexual harassment. Minister of Women, Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development, Dato' Sri Fatimah Abdullah said the advocacy strategy would include clarification on the definition of sexual harassment, the effects and consequences for victims, as well as reporting procedures and providing assistance and support systems to sexual harassment victims.
Many victims are hesitant to report over such immoral behavior, especially if the perpetrator is a person of status, possesses high influence, or comes from an influential family. Other factors include lack of support or sympathy, putting them at risk of being victimized further. The Anti-Sexual Harassment Bill 2021, which was enacted since 2011, contains 4 sections, where 4 chapters and 27 clauses was passed by the Dewan Rakyat yesterday. Women, Families and Community Development Minister Dato' Sri Rina Harun, when introducing the bill, said the legislation is an important manifestation and proves the government's commitment to eradicating gender-based discrimination.
Sarawak is rich with natural resources and agricultural produce and is also known as Malaysia's renewable energy hub. Its strong business ecosystem, which includes a skilled labor force, well-developed infrastructure, and a robust trade and manufacturing supply chain, is the main draw for foreign investors. Now, UOB Malaysia is set to facilitate more foreign direct investments (FDI) into Sarawak as international companies look for opportunities in the state's high-value sectors. Renewable energy, digital technology, ecotourism, and agro-technology are sectors that could draw in major foreign investors, while tapping into Sarawak's cost-effective manufacturing and renewable energy infrastructure as part of their expansion in Southeast Asia.
In attaining more business opportunities in Sarawak, UOB Malaysia partnered with Sarawak Trade and Tourism Office Singapore Status and Singapore Business Federation SBF to organize an investment and trade mission to the state. Over 50 top executives from Singapore's various business sectors, such as energy, electronics, manufacturing, trading, agriculture, and education, participated in the 4-day trade mission. As part of the visit, the delegation paid a courtesy call to the Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari bin Tun Dato' Abang Haji Openg. Ng Wei Wei, Chief Executive Officer of UOB Malaysia, said Sarawak is among Malaysia's top 5 investment destinations. Sarawak is rich with natural resources, including agricultural produce, and is also known as Malaysia's renewable energy hub. Its strong business ecosystem, which includes a skilled labor force, well-developed infrastructure, and a robust trade and manufacturing supply chain, is the main draw for foreign investors. Ng Wei Wei said, moving forward, UOB Malaysia will continue to work with the state government to produce the Premier's vision in prioritizing green energy development to attract foreign investors who want to advance their business sustainably.
Now, crime involving rape, car theft, and 24-hour shop robbery has increased during the transitioning period of the endemic phase, despite the decline of 28% of crime rate from January to July of 2022, from a total of 633 cases to 454 cases as compared to last year.
Keseluruhan, memang keadaan jenayah di daerah Kuching menurun negatif 28.83%. Tetapi beberapa kategori jenayah yang meningkat yang saya sebutkan. Yang pertama rogol. Kemudian yang kedua kecurian kenderaan khususnya motosikal. Dan ada juga kenderaan-kenderaan yang lain seperti 4x4, kemudian kereta-kereta yang jenis sedan. Dan yang ketiga peningkatan berkaitan dengan kes-kes samun. Khususnya samun melibatkan premis yang beroperasi 24 jam. Ekoran daripada itu, kita telah mendapat beberapa siri kejayaan. Yang pertama, kejayaan yang paling besar, kita telah menumpaskan satu sindiket yang kita buat PC bersama dengan Datuk Pesuruhjaya Polis baru-baru ini, iaitu Wan Kurus. Mereka ini sangat bijak dan aktif melakukan kecurian kenderaan di kawasan Kuching dan beberapa daerah-daerah yang bersempadanan dengan kita. Telah ditangkap 3 seri tangkapan dan kita masih follow up lagi. Banyak tangkapan, telah 7 orang yang ada rampasan pun banyak kita telah buat. Dan dengan tangkapan ini, banyak kes, semua kes yang berkaitan dengan kecurian kenderaan yang meningkat tadi itu, kita dapat selesaikan. Kemudian berkaitan dengan kes peningkatan untuk kes-kes yang berkaitan dengan Samun 7-Eleven pun kita dapat tempaskan hasil usaha gigi daripada pasukan saya. Kita telah menangkap suspek-suspek yang sedemikian.
A 27-year-old man was found dead with bite marks believed to be inflicted by crocodiles in Kampung Seberang Maludam. The deceased Abang Muhammad Nur Azad Abang Salim set out to fish around 3 p.m. on Tuesday along the river before he went missing. The body was found afloat by the victim's father, who was accompanied by 3 other villagers at around 2 a.m. on Thursday at the upstream river near Maludam water plant, about 2 kilometers from the control post. Only the upper torso body was recovered, with severe laceration to his face and several bite marks. Welcome back to News at 5. Now, in Malaysia, the percentage of the population who have completed the 2-dose COVID-19 vaccination regime has been encouraging, consisting of 27 million individuals. However, convincing the remaining population to follow suit remains a challenge. For further insights in understanding reasons behind the negation from the remainder population, we have Dr. Gerald Sim joining us today. He is the medical officer for the National COVID-19 Immunization Program in Baut District. Now, Doctor, thank you for joining us today. So what is the main concern of those who have yet to get themselves inoculated?
Okay, so Malaysia is doing very well. There's more than 90% of the adult population that has taken their vaccine so far. So based on what we have actually gathered, the reasons why the remaining are not actually getting vaccinated is because the main concern is they actually fear. They are still scared of the side effects. They think that getting shot by the vaccine can lead to a lot of severe side effects. The worst that people are scared of are death. Of course, there are also uncertainty. A lot of them still think that I don't need the vaccine because I am already protected. I have natural immunity, my own antibody. Others would also actually think that the myths such as injecting a vaccine is equivalent to injecting microchips into the body. These are the least popular one nowadays because more and more people they actually understand and aware of what a COVID vaccine does.
I believe that it is a concern on the public opinions that led to their refusal to be inoculated. But now let us dive into the side effects. How many of those who have experienced the side effects of the vaccine have actually been referred back to any clinics or hospitals?
Currently, there are actually many data. There are still ongoing researches, both both in Malaysia and also globally. Firstly, we must know that for the side effects, there are two types. One would be a local side effect. The other is a systemic side effect. A local side effect would mean immediate effects that can be felt, such as if you weak, lethargy, pain, soreness over the injection site, fever. Some people tend to feel they have an increased appetite. Some would feel weak, they need to sleep, tired. Some will. The more severe side effects would mean like anaphylaxis, which is a severe allergic reaction, which can actually lead to death if it's untreated, which is very rare. Global studies that have been done by CDC itself shows that risk of anaphylaxis is 5 in 1 million, which is very, very rare. Other side effects, which are the local side effects, such as muscle soreness, lethargy, which it can go as high up to 48%, but it will go away by itself after a few days.
Now, as medicine evolved to provide both effectiveness and convenience, COVID-19 can now be treated via edible capsule. The question is, would the side effects be similar to the ones administered via vaccination? And has there been any study done on this variable?
So oral anti-COVID treatment, we must understand that the current the treatment available now is actually called Paxlovid, which is a combination of two antiviral drugs. Okay, remember it is an antiviral drug because COVID-19 is a virus. It is not a bacteria that is killed by antibiotics. Now, every medication, as the same to our initial COVID-19 vaccine, everything does have its side effects. So the side effects from this Paxlovid, the most common side effect currently that we are aware of, and there have studies been done, is actually called dysgeusia, which is an alteration in your sense of taste after taking the medication. However, this will not last. After a few days of completion, your sense of taste will recover to itself. Just to share, prior to Paxlovid being introduced into Malaysia itself, the studies was done, and the main aim of Paxlovid is actually to reduce the viral load in your body. Once you are infected by COVID, there will be virus in your body. So what happens? It starts to breed. There'll be more and more virus. So when you introduce Paxlovid, when you take Paxlovid, what it does is it will break this chain off. It will prevent the Paxlovid from replicating to reduce the amount. And as high as 88 to 95% reduction in hospitalization secondary to COVID-19. And also it is able to reduce the percentage of death. This is a global study that was done before the Paxlovid was actually introduced to Malaysia.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Gerald Sim, for the informative insights. For more news, updates both locally and internationally, head on to our website at TVSTVMY or follow us on our social media platforms. That's all the time we have for TVS News at 5. I'm Hari Zainuddin. It's been a pleasure.